host of the Gridiron.
How about those other two drafts, huh? No, didn't quite pan out too well. But you got to also figure that a lot of it was, when Schoen got brought in here, right, for his first draft, right after the 2021 season, he got brought in early 2022, and he's like, he's meeting. He's oh, how you doing? You're in charge of my scouting. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm so and so. Hey, he's meeting these guys and all that. A lot of these guys went out, and a lot of them were collecting data. But Shane, obviously, I guess is getting his own guys in. They're starting to collect data the way he wants it done. Mara was talking about the stuff that they have in place as far as drafting. He said it's the best he's ever seen. So maybe it took Shane a couple years to get things right. But I mean, if we look at they weren't PFF here. I got 2022. They graded the Giants draft class, obviously the one we had like 11 picks, I believe it was. Gave him a B-, right? What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks. I mean, that was the one that, really, if you take 11 picks, I mean, if you could really start banging them out of the park with 11 picks, man, that would have been huge, especially by now, because the 2022 season, Shane, and other people say usually after the third year is over, that's pretty much what you're going to get from the guy, right? So the first year, and they should just keep ascending, and once they usually hit by the third year, that's pretty much about what you're going to get from the people. So this class here from the 2022, if he could have knocked it out of the park, would have been fantastic for this season. But as we see, I mean, there's a lot of holes in this draft class. I mean, they gave it draft class a B-. All right. So, which is not the end of the world, horrible. I mean, this is PFF gave it a B-, but certainly could have been better, especially when the things when you got picks number 5 and 7. I mean, wow. I mean, 5 and 7. Imagine if we took 2 Malik Neighbors in that draft. Not meaning taking 2 wide receivers, but taking 2 quality players like a Malik Neighbors in that draft, right? You got Kayvon, a good to me, good. Would I like him to see him be more productive? Yeah, and of course then you got Evan Neal, who did lead the team this year though, according to PFF, run blocking grade with an 80. Very impressive. Of course, his grade gets brought down quite a bit when this pass blocking grade, I think, was like a 49. So he's got some work to do there. Unless hopefully may move him into guard, which would be fantastic, which I'm going to talk about a little bit here. But of course, then you got Wan'Dale Robinson, right? We saw between him and Malik, that it was 202 receptions on the season. Fantastic. Really, really fantastic for Wan'Dale. But then, of course, you got Ezeudu, who's a third-round pick. A guard. Now whether he's just not that good, or once again the Giants are developing, our offensive line is not good. I'm not exactly sure, but he's a third-round pick number 67 overall. A guard at pick number 67 should be starting someday. He's not. He should not be a project. I'm not saying he's a day one starter. He's a Hall of Famer. Plug him in there, and no. But after 3 years, the guy should be a starter. Third round, a guard. Either that or should be a big time contributor for you. Your first guy off the bench, right? If you got problems at guard, he should be right in there. Not the case. We got Cordale Flott. Had a nice season this year. One of the things he gets injured a lot, but it had a nice year this year. Daniel Bellinger, when we first got him that first year, seemed like it's like, oh, all right, okay. I'm not saying he's a Mark Bavaro or Jeremy Shockey or anything like that, but he contributed a lot his first year. Like, he got poked in the eye, got injured there, but he seemed like, this, he might be a decent contributor, but things haven't worked out like that. His second year, he lost the starting job. Obviously, we had Waller. Remember, we were supposed to have Waller too. Right, a healthy Waller would have helped this team. And then, of course, this year, Theo Johnson was out there. Now, Theo started off slowly, but the last, 4 or 5 games or so, he started coming on and catching, 3-4 balls a game. Right. So hopefully, if he can stay healthy, you figure what, even 4 balls a game, 3 balls a game, right? They were giving 51 catches on a year. Right. I'll take that. I'd take more, but I'll take that. Of course, we had Dane Belton, who's still there, but he's but then again, he was a later round pick, a 4th round pick. But special teams, and if need be, he plays defense, right? Micah McFadden, good pick there, good pick. DJ Davidson, Marcus McKethan, right? And Darrian Beavers, unfortunately, he got injured. There was a lot of excitement about that. I mean, there was some excitement about Beavers, right? And he got injured, and so, and then he was never able to come back in 2023 because I think he was still trying to recover. He wasn't fully recovered, shall we say? So then this past season, they wound up letting him go. So. But the thing is, I mean, there's some nice players in there. Nice, right? The one thing is a little concerning about the 2022 is we had picks 5 and 7, and we really should have hit it out of the park with those two. But I mean, we still kind of, I mean, here it is 3 years later, and we're still like, what do we do with Neal? Are we going to keep him? Is he a tackle? Is he a guard? They're going to pick up his 5th-year option. Kayvon, I mean, Kayvon's been nice, but pick 5, I'd like, I'd like a little bit more excitement out of him, a little, so, I mean, also, let's not forget, he had 11 picks, Shane, his first year, right? So, that's a lot better than this past draft when he only had 6. Imagine in 2022, imagine if he only had 6 picks, and out of 6, say 3 of them were kind of okay. I mean, that class would really be bad, really, really be bad. And then you got the 2023 class, right? Is ranking the NFL's most productive 2023 rookie classes from 1 to 32. The Giants graded out. This is according to PFF once again. Giants, graded out. I think it was 26. Where are we at here? Yeah. Now, the one thing was, if you look at the rookie snaps, right? Giants' total rookie snap for 2023 was 3,109. That's a lot. Obviously, Tommy DeVito wasn't a draft, but he was in there. Deonte Banks, we're like a little bit better, right? Jalen Hyatt, traded up to get him. John Michael Schmitz, of course they got here, John Michael Schmitz, I believe his rookie season, it said he had a 26.9 pass blocking grade. His run blocking grade was a 51.3. So, I mean, he's smart. He takes it obviously very seriously and all that stuff, But let's hopefully maybe he can continue to get maybe a little bigger, a little stronger. But, I mean, you look at Banks, Schmitz, and Hyatt. I mean, I'm not going to say like total busts or anything like that, but we traded up to get Hyatt. The guy couldn't hardly even make the field this year. Apparently, the guy can't run routes. Why did we trade up to get the guy? I said John Michael Schmitz was, we thought at the time was a very good, we needed a center. Everybody was yelling and screaming for a center. We need a center, right? We need a center. Because remember all those years in the past, what's your center going to be? Oh, well, it's so and so. He was a guard, but also back in 5th grade, he was a center and he was a punter. So he was kind of both, but he also played a little wide out. So he has a little center in there. So we're going to put him at center. We're going to try him, and then if something goes wrong with him, he gets injured, we got our guard who's going to slide in. So remember, for the last 7,000 years, can we get a fucking center in here? Someone who just plays center. Can we do that? And then we got Michael Schmitz. It's like, yay. And, he's been nice. Has he been outstanding? No. I think maybe obviously part of it might be, we can get a little stronger because, he's not an overpowering kind of guy. Some of it, if you're really good, like Jason Kelsey, you don't have to be big to be really good. And, Kelsey, has it, right? Where he doesn't get overpowered or anything, even Sexy Dexy had a hard time. Sexy outweighed by Kelsey by 30, 40 pounds, whatever it was or something, but he had a hard time with him. Sometimes some small centers, okay, if you're a little light, but, Schmitz just does not seem to quite have that, So, the last year's draft class, we traded up to get Hyatt, and it's like this past season, I even thought he wasn't even on the team anymore some of the times. Like, where's Jalen Hyatt at? Where's he at? Are you going to put him wide and just have him go deep and just chuck it? No. Okay, why did we trade up to get the guy? Why did we trade a 3rd and a 5th to move up and get the guy? Why? What are we in a pipe here or something? What's going on? Move up to get Banks. It was one spot, 2 spots, whatever it was. I get it, but we still moved up to get him. Right? So, but, those are not 2 phenomenal drafts. Hopefully, once again, if Shane can do some magic this year, that would be huge, absolutely huge. Except this before I said, especially because possibly they're supposed to get a 4th round compensatory pick. Now, obviously, you can't put Burnsy in there because we traded for him, but. We lost Saquon, but we got Runyon, we got so a lot of things canceled each other out. But one of them was we lost Xavier McKinney, right? We lost Saquon by step, but then we signed a couple of guys that kind of canceled a lot of the stuff out. But one of the things was Ben Bredesen. Quite possibly, we might get a 4th round compensatory pick because of him. He was in the playoff game against the Commanders. I remember seeing him a couple of times. But we could possibly have in the 4th round up to 5 picks: 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 2 fourths. So if we can once again hit it out of the park again, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But we're gonna have some money to spend. So, one thing, it's always nice and sexy. It's, let's get that wide receiver. Let's get that cornerback. Let's get the quarterback, right? Get the sexy stuff.